guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Furman Mini, and of course, we don't have a Mini today. That's because obviously they take all different vehicles on trade-in. What we do have though is a car that's really hot for 2019. This is a 2019 Volkswagen Jetta GLI, but not any GLI. This is the fully loaded Autobahn Edition. Believe it or not, it's only got about 2,800 miles on it that somebody traded in. If you're wondering, well, what did they trade in on? They actually got some high-end BMW. So if you were worried or wondering, let those worries just cast away. But let's talk about the 2019 Jetta GLI. The biggest thing is underneath the hood. It's basically been given, that engine has been taken from the GTI, the Golf GTI hatchback, and put underneath the hood of this Jetta so that you could basically have that GTI performance in a sedan. What's wonderful about the Jetta though, you could get it just like the Golf with a slick shifting 6-speed manual transmission or the 7-speed DSG transmission, which is a DCT. This one though, I'm very happy to say, not only is it Autobahn, but it has the 3 pedals, that 6-speed manual transmission. It's also gonna have some other parts taken from the Golf R, like the brakes and whatnot. But let's go ahead and dive into this 2019 Volkswagen Jetta GLI Autobahn. When you hear Autobahn, yes, that's the fastest road in the world, but you know what? It is also the top trim level on this Jetta. So let's take a look. When you look at the front end, I like what they did with the headlight housing. It's interesting because I'm not really a big chrome finish kind of guy, but I like what's going on, the way they took the chrome to outline the headlight housing. Everything else is dark black inside. It's got LED lighting, going to give you a nice bright white light. As we pan down, you do have some fake vent here, so I am going to zonk this, especially on the Autobahn. I wish they would have put some type of fog light down here. Even though the headlights are powerful, I think a fog light would fill in this space a lot better. You have a little bit of an extension of a lip spoiler just on the side. I wish they would have taken across the whole front portion of the front fascia, but I like the setup on the grille. You got that GLI red line that goes across the middle, just like on the GTI, but on the Jetta, it's the GLI. I like the flat black design on the grille, a little bit of gloss black in between the headlight housings, everything flat down here, but like I said, from passenger to driver, driver to passenger side, it really has a nice balance to it. Now, when we go up onto the hood, I like the body lines that they have. You have 2 center ones here that kind of fade away halfway on the hood, and then you got 2 on each side of the hood. What's nice is from behind the wheel, it gives you a great reference point and vantage point that you could see when you're looking out that front windshield. Now, when you come around the bend, these wheels, specific to the Autobahn Edition, it's that traditional Volkswagen wheel. It's got the machined aluminum finish, gloss black. This is an 18-inch wheel, 225 on the width, and a 45 series sidewall. There's the brakes I was telling you about that have been upgraded rotors as well. That's going to give you better stopping capability. And remember, this is front wheel drive, but you'll be surprised, 0 to 60 is in the mid 5-second range, which is quite quick for a sedan this size. This is a compact sedan. Now, when we go into the fender, love the sharp body lines. Really like this GLI badge that they put. Very tasteful, fits perfect into the body line because the body line starts here, then it goes all the way down perfectly. You have that side sill extension, which blends in very nicely with what's going on at the front end of the business. This one has the larger sunroof. Now, my big zonk is, why did they not black out the whole roof? They put a blacked out shark fin antenna, but only you can see it stops about halfway. This should be all blacked out. Flat black though on the doors, around the window treatment. As we continue back, those sharp body lines. I do like the way they went red calipers from a aesthetic standpoint at all 4 corners. When we get to the tail end of the business, you have a nice subtle trunk lid spoiler, very clean on the back. Somebody actually took off the GLI badge. This should have a GLI badge on the back. If it didn't, it definitely needs one because it's a little too clean, but I do like the balanced out exhaust. Very nicely done. You get the rear diffuser, really fits it well. And I also like the way the taillights are done on these Volkswagens. But let's go ahead, pop the hood, and see what's powering this GLI. All right, guys, underneath the hood, that is the new magic. That's the Inline four turbocharged engine. That's a 2-liter engine taken right out of the GTI. So you're looking at 228 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque. You could have it your way, just like when you're getting your Whopper at Burger King, because you could get manual or the DSG. Now, if you go DSG, that is an $800 option. It does have the 13.4-inch rotors off of the Golf R. Another wonderful thing is that it has adaptive suspension, which I'll show you how to go through the different drive modes. You can see the turbo clearly at the back portion of the engine, close to the firewall. 0 to 60, like I said, around 5.5 seconds. If you know how to dance with those twinkle toes on those pedals, quarter mile, 14.1, 102 miles an hour. Top speed is regulated at 123. It weighs 3,200 pounds, and you're looking at 25 in the city, 32 on the highway when it comes to your MPGs. So very nice package. My biggest zonk is gonna be this prop rod, especially like I've showed you in other Volkswagens, how it just flexes. I don't get that. But why don't we go ahead, fire up this Autobahn Edition GLI and see what it sounds like. All right, guys, we're inside the 2019 Jetta GLI Autobahn Edition. Very, very nice. When you get an Autobahn, the interior is brought to a new level. Now, I know you're probably wondering, I'm gonna open this up just a little sun on my blue eyes. I know you're probably wondering, well, Joe, how much are they asking for this? With around 2,800 miles, you're looking at $27,000. Now, how does that compare to a new one? Usually a fully loaded Jetta GLI Autobahn is around $31,000, $32,000. So quite a savings with very low mileage in this 6-speed manual equipped model. Now, when we go to the doors, a lot of dark material, but it's tasteful. The armrest is on the harder side, and then there's that faux carbon fiber looking stuff that it really doesn't look like carbon fiber, but I dig it. You know, it's gonna hide fingerprints. The part you're not gonna like, I know a lot of you, is the gloss black around the switch gear for the unlocking and locking of the doors. That's where the gloss black is. But when you come to the dash, very soft material. There's more of that smoke carbon fiber look going on. It's tasteful. I'm not gonna zonk it. What I am gonna zonk is, look at how far this portion of the dash comes out. Kind of bizarre. I know that it's making everything driver focused, but I wish this was just a little bit further closer to the windshield. 8-inch infotainment screen. Obviously, you're gonna get your Apple CarPlay, your Android Auto. You could go into your different settings. There's a performance monitor, which is cool in this Autobahn. We could go back into car settings. You could get your fuel economy. This also has the different modes. So there's a mode button by the shifter. Right now I'm in sport. You could do custom, eco, catch yourself some leaves and whatnot, and you could go normal. We're gonna keep it in sport because that's just how we do it here on Rady's Rides. Very simple. Usable AC vents. You got your dual climate control. My only zonk is that the knobs kind of feel a little on the cheap side because they kind of wobble a little too much, but it is dual climate. Heated seats, no ventilated seats, nice size cubby. I'm zonking it because I want a lid. Why can't they just give me a lid? Is it that big of a deal? USB, start stop button conveniently placed. This is that very slick shifting 6-speed manual transmission. You got your 12 volt right here, which, God, that plug, I think somebody glued it in. Put it back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fake buttons. That's 5 too many. So I don't know why they put so many fake buttons. Here's that mode button I was telling you about to go through the different modes. 2 simple cup holders, a little cubby for some of those smaller Jolly Ranchers. You can put some of those right there. Strawberry, watermelon, grape, whatever floats your boat. Here's your key fob. It's very simple. I wish they would do something to pizzazz it. This is the Autobahn GLI. They should have put that on there. There's the buttons on the back. But it's a decent size, and it's got a little bit of weight to it. Just not the sexiest. I wouldn't call this sexy. Armrest is actually soft compared to the doors. It's got the red stitching, which is really nice. You lift it up. It's got an opening and the USB in there. You could put a bag of chips. Seats, I like them. I like the style. I like the look. I like the stitching. They're comfortable. The bad news is that it's not electric assist on the passenger. You do get electric assist, though, for the driver. Here's that sunroof and a half, I'm calling it. I wish it would have been panoramic or, like I said, blacked out the roof. And you do get a very nice frameless auto-dimming mirror, which is a nice touch. But why don't you get over on the business end, because I want to show you this virtual cockpit. Come on over. All right, guys, business end, behind the wheel. You got your aluminum sill panel. Would have been nice, missed opportunity for it to say GLI right there. You do have 3 memory settings and full electric assist for the driver. There's the magic though, those brushed aluminum pedals, the 3 pedals you love, I love, and everybody else and their mother should love. Heel toe, nice. Yeah, do you hear that? Do you see that? That's how you get the business done on the track. Volkswagen does a great dead pedal. I love their dead pedals. Steering wheel, I love that too. Same as in the GTI, only difference is it says GLI. The red contrast, crisscross stitching, very nice flat black buttons, brushed aluminum, very subtle, very nice. And then look at that virtual cockpit, sent from the heavens of the tech gods. I love the color, the font. You got your tach on the left, speedometer on the right. You could toggle through all different sorts of lists. You get oil pressure, oil temperature. How nice is that to have extra information? Always gonna help. Information's always gonna help you. You got your range, all that good stuff. Very clean, very easy to see. Love the seating position. I'm 6 feet tall. I'm ready to rock and roll. But before we go rock and roll, let's check out the back seat and how your passenger's gonna be liking this Jetta GLI. All right, guys, back seat time in the Jetta. Remember, we're comparing this to the Civic sedan, the Toyota Corolla sedan. 6 feet tall, I'm the same height. Plenty of headroom, seats are comfortable, very simple on the backs, not even a pocket. I have a pocket here, no pocket there, and then what in God's green earth is going on here? We have no USB, no 12 volt, and no rear AC. This is an Autobahn trim. I'm starting to wonder, is the Autobahn like it used to be? Do you see what I did there? But let's check out the armrest. It's got plenty of real estate in the back, but I still don't like these vertical cup holders. Zonk on that. Should be horizontal for more elbow room, especially if you have somebody large and in charge back here. But we're gonna go ahead and flip that back up. Let's go to the trunk and see what we could put in a Jetta. All right, guys, time to see what's in the trunk of the Jetta. Open it up, very nice amount of room. You can see you're gonna get your GLI branded floor mats, the all-weather ones as well. Very deep space, the seats do the 60-40 split, plenty of room, and that's why still it's okay to get a sedan. If you don't wanna be like everybody else on the street getting an SUV, get yourself a sedan like this Jetta GLI with a manual transmission. You're gonna have a blast every day that you drive it, but why don't we go ahead and have our own little blast. Let's take this Jetta GLI for a spin. All right, guys, we're leaving Furman Mini. We're in the 2019 Jetta GLI, that Autobahn trim. I love the 6-speed in this. And I know, listen, I'm not even gonna argue with you that yes, the DSG is quicker, but I really don't care. I like having a nice, engaging drive. And really what helps that along is the 6-speed manual. It's a great transmission. Let me make sure that this is in sport mode. We are good to go. Let's do a little acceleration test, shall we? And out the clutch, a little bit of spin, traction control brakes in. You can hear sound being pumped in. I'm telling you, it's surprising how peppy this Jetta GLI is. It really, really is. And to be honest with you, I think it's quicker than the Golf GTI. 0 to 60. Brakes feel great. Remember, you got those larger rotors. Let's see how we feel as we're rolling out here. On throttle, front wheel drive, a little bit of torque steer. Second gear. Just gonna wind it out. Third gear is real easy to hit. Very, very smooth. I think the thing to remember in this Jetta is you're gonna get a great ride and you're gonna have a nice, fun driving car. Infotainment system is so easy to read and see. It's got very, very low glare, even from some sun coming in. And the way that they have the virtual cockpit is perfectly placed as well. I think they did a great job with that setup. Steering feels nice and tight. It's got a great weight to it. Heel toe downshifting is very, very nicely done. And visibility is great. Here we go, once again, a little acceleration, a little bit of spin. Not too bad, not too bad. You know, it's not going to, you're not gonna be any Mustang GTs anytime soon, but you know what? It's great to have options, and it's nice that if you don't want a hatchback, you go with the GLI, and you're gonna get even better performance than the GTI. Brakes feel great. The seats are comfy. I am noticing that, especially compared to the GTI, and I've sat in all the different trim levels of the GTI. What I really like about the clutch in this Jetta GLI, as I get cut off, is how good the pickup point is. It's, you know, if you're not very well skilled in driving a manual, I think this clutch would really help you along. In second gear, on throttle. Very nice and smooth. Really, really like the setup in this Jetta GLI. You can see that unfortunately there's been some kind of accident. I think if I'm gonna zonk the driving experience, it feels the gearbox is just a little mushy. It's a little on the mushy side, especially from first to second, but the throws are actually not too long, and it's nice to have the manual transmission, which is great as an option, but definitely not as fast as the DSG. One thing for sure is just how smooth this Jetta is, even with it in sport mode and that adaptive suspension on a little bit of a stiffer side of things. It still gives a nice compliant ride that isn't going to beat you up on your daily commutes. But like I was saying, clutch modulation is a snap. It's just from first to second, when you're on throttle, it just, I don't know, it feels a little soft. Every other gear feels great, so, but the engagement is nice. Once you get it into the gate and you're there, it feels good. There's a nice click to the engagement, but just the throw action, just a little on the softer side that I'm used to with some of the other cars that I drive. Visibility is great, even out the back window. Very, very nice. I like the weight of the steering. And the way that, you know, you gotta wait a little bit for the boost, but once it comes on, you're off and running. Really, really smooth. Let me go ahead and make a right-hand turn over here. Really, I tell you, it turns in nice. Little bit of front end push because it is a front wheel drive car, but it's just a fun, everyday driver sedan that is nice to have a different option. And you're gonna get all the appointments in here with the leather seating and everything else. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up, get back to Furman Mini. So I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, been a wonderful day here at Furman Mini in Palm Harbor, Florida. Definitely gotta thank Derek and the rest of the crew. Goes to show you just never know what you're gonna find at certain dealerships, and sometimes you can take advantage of somebody else's misfortunes and find a car with dirt low mileage at a great price that is packed with performance, like this Jetta GLI. But if these are the types of vehicles that you like to see on Radies Rise, leave a comment in that comment section. If you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Radies Rise family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description. Takes you right to Spreadshirt. Get yourself some merch. Got to give it up to Big Guns McGee, Tom Moschner. He's really loving his German ancestry by reviewing this Jetta. Thank you, Tom. Guten Tagen. And just like always, I'll see you on the next ride.